Hey everyone, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel for a new episode of Road to Master. Or actually, should I say Road to Top 100 now, because we have reached that Master rank. And we are now, I think, top 112, which is not too bad, but obviously not exactly where we'd like to be. So let's have a look. Yeah, player 1, as usual, not very happy with the positioning here. But yeah, let's still try to make it work, obviously. Minimic film, quite a useful one to catch early on. Not sure if it will be a priority, but worth keeping in mind. And here, some good cards. Hit Reverend Mother, I kinda like for the trashing and the nice faction accesses. Fremen Bond being a plus. Bene Gesserit Sister, always very useful for that versatility in her reveal effect, but also the faction access, not too bad. Appropriate, maybe a bit too expensive for what it is, but it can be of use as well in the end. Those would be the three that I don't dislike in the Imperium row, but nothing too exciting there anyways. So first player took Armand, giving player 3 the Baron, which I think is a bit too generous, but that's how it will be apparently. Let's see who player 2 takes. I would expect either a Tessia or a LETO, and I think we will take whichever player 2 doesn't take. Although Tessia, oh sorry, I wanted to check the Imperium row. We don't have that many faction accesses, no? Yeah, yeah, still. Oh, alright, Helena. But yeah, I think we go for Leto. Here, given we are player 1, I think we kinda wanna go to smuggling if we can, because Fall Space probably not gonna be much of a use unless we win that conflict, but with the Baron probably meaning Hardy Warriors turn 1 for him. Probably have not much of a chance to winning that here. And oh, well, anyways, the decision's been made for us because our first hand is not that great to stay polite. Yeah, let's just go to smuggling. Get us a Solari. We probably won't be able to recall anytime soon because we're going to be last player next round, but kind of want to get it going and hopefully get that 5 Solari still not too late to get a Swordmaster. Maybe round 3, I would assume. Or I would hope, let's say. Ideal case we get it round 2, obviously, but I'm not sure we will be able to. So, Helena already AFK from the start, actually. Don't really understand. Probably Wi-Fi issues, otherwise I wouldn't see why Rage Quit happens that early. That's not great. Why still suits? That's definitely a AI play. Otherwise, it should have been Fall Space, or, I mean, ideally for us, rather Hardy Warriors, keeping the Baron away from it. But yeah, now he might even be able to do both Fall Space and Hardy Warriors, and that would be the worst position to be in. Yeah, it's really not great. What are we doing? We could go for a Minimic film. I mean, not right now, but at least get a negotiator to tech negotiation with the dagger. Would also bring us 6 persuasion, or we just go with reconnaissance to Carthage. Maybe we can still fight for it, depending on the intrigue card. We could, actually. And with 4 persuasion, we still have some interesting stuff we should be able to pick up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hope for an ambush. And it is not. Well, that's not great. I think Baron will probably go for Hardy Warriors, so let's just not go in the conflict. It's not worth it. Unless Baron doesn't have another faction access, which might be the case, but given he played Fall Space, I would assume he still is in a position to go to Hardy Warriors. Unless he keeps it for a higher stake conflict next round, but I didn't want to take that chance and try to fight with Armand for a place, for first place, which doesn't even bring us that much right now. Could actually have still... Yeah, no, I mean, if Baron goes to Hardy Warriors, it means we would have needed at least 2 troops to compete for 1 spice, which is definitely not worth it. But now, knowing that, obviously, that Baron doesn't go to Hardy Warriors, we would have maybe still fought for it, because the spice goes a long way for us and our signet ability. So, let's take the Reverend Mother for the faction accesses and the trashing ability. Negotiated withdrawal. Not too bad for the troop you earn when buying it, and I mean overall 2 persuasion is good, the 3 non-faction accesses can be useful, and a little bonus on that retreat option, which can come in handy sometimes. Especially given you don't need to lose them, you just need to retreat them, so it can be a good play sometimes. So already a victory point in that conflict. Now obviously we have our fully stacked hand, given our shitty first hand we had before. Pardon my French. But yeah. Let's actually hope. Can we hope for a smuggling? It would actually mean a great deal to us. No. Yeah, was too good to be true. So what are we doing then? I think we go grab Hagabasin with the signet ring. Allows us as well to use our signet ability, have 2 spies on the side. Let's take it with the spacing build. And I think we can afford to try and fight for it, at least to a certain extent. We have another 2 troops in our garrison. Ideally we use Seek Allies to still suits, if it's still open by then. So Minimic film taken by Helena. And now we have some exclusively expensive techs right there. Baron enjoying some interstellar shipping on his own. By the way, guys, I thought maybe next season doing a new series, not Road to Masters, but rather no shipping to Masters, meaning the goal would be obviously to reach still the Masters rank and be as competitive as possible, but without ever using interstellar shipping, just to see how feasible that is. And I think it could be also an interesting challenge just overall. So, yeah, let me know in the comments, obviously, if, what you think about that, but I kind of would be curious to see if that would work and if it can interest you guys as well. Just checking, because I think Armand played his 2 daggers before. I mean, revealed them. Let's have a quick look. So, first played Reconnaissance, then Desert Planet, and then revealed the 2 daggers. He could have 1 in hand, because he drew a card from Arakin, I think, last round with Reconnaissance. But I think that means we're pretty safe in going to Seek Allies, to use Seek Allies to go to Steel Suits, and to deploy our 2 troops for a victory point. Maybe even 1 troop would be enough with the dagger, but I didn't want to risk it. He might still have a dagger in hand. Probably everyone buying Araki's liaisons this round, seems like. Although he could go for Stilgar, that's what he does, and I think rightly so. Oh, that is a lucky draw for us. Especially early game, it can bring a lot of value. Getting that victory point with the Bene Gesserit just with reveal effects can mean you can spend your agents on maybe something a bit more productive, unless obviously you want to go for drawing or you see a steal. That's a bit more situational, but the In the Shadows gives you the opportunity to maybe get those influence passively. Another point here. So we don't even have access to smuggling, so I guess there's nothing we can do about that. Probably anyways Armand would pick it up, if not Baron. Baron actually has shipping, so it's probably going there regardless. We could actually go to full space if it's open, because then it would be our turn, most likely, to use it, provided that Armand is not picking up that influence before. Okay, so Baron goes to smuggling himself. Might give a bit of an incentive for Armand to go to full space, which I would not be a big fan of. Okay, he doesn't, which is good for us. We might want to go for Menta if it's open. Oh, a Highlander from the AI. That's probably the victory point sorted for you. No worries, no need to go that nuclear. Okay, no, stays reasonable. But I don't think we can compete with her regardless, given our empty garrison. We might still want to go to Hardy Warriors just to replenish it a bit, but maybe first Menta, because the thing is, trashing from hand, well, actually we could trash it from hand if anyways we don't really intend on trying to fight for that. It could work. So Baron seems to have enough Solari now for Swordmaster next round. Baron is not involved in the conflict, so maybe we want to get there. He's picking up the Menta, meaning he probably wants to play a third agent in the faction spaces. At least that's usually the purpose of Armin taking the Menta, is to still be able to do coordination even without having the Swordmaster. So I think it does mean Sage Reverend Mother to Hardy Warriors. I don't mind. Let's trash that dagger regardless. We don't really wanna... We can't compete with Helena anyways. So we can afford trashing from our hand. Do we want one unit in there? One unit for 2 Solari? Could make sense for us, it's a Dreadnought. Baron is anyways out of agents, so we should pretty safely get at least 2 Solari. I mean actually only 2 Solari because we don't have any daggers now. Oh, treachery, I think we say actually. Sorry, I'm obviously not English speaking. I mean, English is not my first language, that's what I mean. It's not my mother tongue, so sometimes obviously I have some yeah, mispronunciations there. So, is it a guild administrator? Is it a liaison? Kinda like being able to trash a bit more with the administrator, I don't mind. The only thing I mind is the fact that there is no persuasion, or I mean little persuasion, but I think we will make it work somehow. That's probably a treachery for Armand. It's good to keep track of that, obviously, to make sure he cannot, like, steal an alliance from you. There we go. We don't really care about AI taking a point there. And we get 2 Solari from that. I think it's good enough for us right now. So for us it will be a shipping most likely. Go up and down, get those 5 Solari. Probably Baron will anyways get his Swordmaster first, but in case he doesn't, that's obviously free lunch for us. We have Poison Snooper, so we could draw the Signet Ring if we want. Not sure we do. I think we can keep it for next round. So 5 Solari for sure. And I think we want to go for that Fremen alliance. In the shadows will be revealed for a little influence there. We have 10 Solari, probably 7 we want to keep for next round. But that means we could go for a Dreadnought, even a Manta. Well, not a Manta. Could actually also go for Haga Basin, maybe for with Dune, to get involved in the conflict. Everyone still has agents, so that I'm not a big fan of, but getting even second place with two troops, a dagger. Not entirely convinced. No, I think we will give up on that conflict. Count on Helena to win it again as an AI. And let us play the long game by going for a Dreadnought. Oh, true, he hasn't triggered his Master Stroke yet, so it's probably gonna be now. I'm not a big fan of that. Probably means Baron will steal that alliance from us. Or I mean, take it before us to be more precise. Yes, we will probably have to try and fight for it because Baron and 2 alliances is maybe a bit too powerful. But we could actually, as LETO, we have that advantage of being able to pull back 1 with the Signet ability. Although problem is we don't have any faction access for it right now. So we might want to not do it right now. And other thing is, Armand has enough Solari as well for his Swordmaster, so we need to do that first thing. And we will do it right now. So, I mean, there's no need in doing it with the Fremen right now, because there's literally nothing we can do to go above him. And so it's just a waste of a spice. If we can't do it right now, he would defend the alliance quite easily. Another hayliner from the AI. Probably digging for a yellow space access, I would assume. Otherwise I wouldn't really see why drawing right now. And he probably didn't get it. Which would be good for us. Since we were right, he can't go to shipping, and it seems it has annoyed him quite a bit, which is understandable. We've all been in that position. Okay, so it's a shipping for Armand, probably means we go to Haga Basin. A bit too much spice there for our liking. Needs to be removed. And that's just what we're gonna do. Let's just send in our Dreadnought for a bit of free Solari, hopefully. And our last agent might go to Imperial Basin if it's still there, or smuggling. Could also use a liaison. Yeah, we don't really need the persuasion anyways. Not a big fan of Idaho. Fremen camp, it's okay, but not that great of an access, obviously, just the yellow. So, not sure. And a bit of spice would actually bring us to 7, if it's still available by the time it's our round, our turn. In that case, that's basically a highliner round 7, if we have the access by then, but I would hope so, because I think we have 2 or 3 here. Administrator, diplomacy, fault space, all 3 allow us to go there. But what is it for us now? I think it is an Imperial Basin. Just to pick up some spice. Because smuggling, I don't know when we can go back to shipping, to be honest. Everyone has access now. And it's gonna be soon round 7, so I'm not sure we really want to make use of that anymore. Although actually 1 bump here could have made sense, because with the signet ring it would mean once we go to shipping, if we can, it could be a double bump. Oh well, actually Baron now went 1 up here, so we probably give up on that alliance. Probably can go for maybe the Bene Gesserit one or the Emperor if we can afford. Let's have a look afterwards. Baron going for negotiators. Probably need some extra persuasion, maybe for a Shai Hulud. It's gonna be a test of humanity for us. It's a good card. Oh, shifting allegiance is better though. That shifting allegiances to interstellar shipping and triggering that is nasty. That can lead to, well, technically would allow us to steal back the alliance typically, but obviously completely theoretical given we don't get to buy shifting allegiances. And it is Baron, which is really not ideal for us because he's definitely the main threat right now. Oh, that's not great. The reveal effect brings him a strength of 4 plus his daggers, but that means both Baron and me are there for nothing probably, unless Baron uses an intrigue card. But it's not that bad for in the end because I mean our Dreadnought comes back, Baron lost a troop, so it's a bit worse on him. If he has a combat card, I hope he played it now in those worthless rounds. Seems he thought about it, so maybe it is a combat card. A victory point, that is definitely more of interest already. But it's just round 6, so we might want to not go too hard on that to make sure we still have some firepower for round 7. Thinking especially of Hayliner, we will try to hold off on that because we will have a good hand next round if we don't draw anything from there. Almost a bit too good compared to what we have here. Yeah, we can use the administrator and trash it in the desert planet maybe. Going to a smuggling. Let's do that first, I think. Maybe we can also go pick up a Dreadnought. Another one. And maybe play a Reconnaissance afterwards to a city space. Oh, Baron with Gurney. It's probably gonna turn out in 10 power? Yeah, 10 combat strength. We might still be able to do something about that. Probably not if we go to Dreadnought. And we might want to draw at least one card from here to go to Still Suits, get 2 water out of this, make sure we can go to research station at some point for a Spice Must Flow, although next round actually going to Hayliner would also make sure of that. Yeah, I think we want to draw one to do that plan. Also makes maybe Baron think twice about securing that alliance potentially. Although he can do that while still getting into the conflict, so it's maybe not the smartest explanation I ever gave, but yeah. Let's still get involved. I don't think we can actually overtake him unless we go to Arakin. That means drawing another card. I didn't think of that. That's not great. Ah, we could also go to Siege Tower actually, but that's a lot of water for us. But going to Siege Tower would allow us to put in those 2 troops plus that one, so that's 6. So we get to 11. But he's got 3 intrigue cards, so I think if he wants, he wins it. But yeah, maybe forcing him into using those intrigue cards maybe wouldn't hurt. Yeah, 14. Okay, we are not gonna fight for it. Okay, invasion ships. It's quite a good play before round 7, I like it. Making a garrison increase quite substantially. It's not a bad play, but that means he went to Dreadnought, obviously. And that's not great for us. I mean, we don't have that much of a choice anymore. Tech negotiation, what picked up? Oh, Chomerky. We could get it for 3, but that means no Hayliner next round, which is absolutely out of question. High Council I wouldn't have minded if we had enough Solari, which we don't, so it's only about Siege Tower. And we're gonna do that, but we're definitely not gonna deploy anything further. Hopefully Baron doesn't have a staged incident, because that would bring him already dangerously close to a significant lead and the potential game-winning one. So, for sure, Hayliner will be one of our priorities for us, but given nobody has enough spice for it anyways, we can afford delaying that by a few agents. So what do we want to do? Getting that point at some point would make sense, but I think this would go through shipping. Unless we can go to shipping with the signet ring and actually sneak that alliance. But that will definitely not be next round, because I would assume Baron will probably go to shipping himself, given where he stands there. So let's see when we get there. Do we want a liaison? I think it wouldn't hurt. That allows us as well to trash our convincing arguments potentially without hurting too much our persuasion capacity. Okay, no staged incident, that's good news. But Baron winning that is obviously not great. He's also 1 point away, I mean 1 influence away from the point here. Here is still far, but it's quite an easy point to get as well in the end. But yeah, anyways, so it is an interesting conflict, definitely one we see ourselves fighting for with the Hayliner. In the shadows again, it's crazy. Oh, but that... No, I don't think we can really make use of it for recouping our alliance, and he might already make sure of that. It's probably a Chomerky. Yeah, he's locking it in. But maybe we want to do a in the shadows to research station. In the shadows to research station. We could I mean, there's nothing we really want to discard here. They're all quite powerful in terms of persuasion. But out of the 3 cards we draw, we could easily imagine something we could discard for an influence with probably the Emperor. Oh, a memo quarter. Can that be of use to us? It could work, but I assume. Oh no, he took Chomerky. Interesting. Makes sense as Armand actually, because he obviously didn't focus much on the faction, so he's far from getting there. But for us, it could work. So do we actually want to do... It actually costs 2, right? And we don't have any negotiators, so going to Dreadnought and buying it leaves us 1 short of Hayliner, which we cannot afford right now. Anyways, let's start with our first plan of In the Shadows to Research Station. We will actually still be very far from a Spice Must Flow. Let's still see, we have so much water that we can afford, and we might still get close enough, especially with Fold Space allowing us to get there. Oh, 11? Wait, where is the reconnaissance? Ah, my bad, my bad. Okay, and we want to go with the Emperor, I think, because nothing else is really attainable. How did I run out of time? I didn't even hear any clock ticking. So we are at 10 now. Fall space should bring us to 11, hopefully. Maybe leave us at 10. But typically I'd like to ideally play Siege Reverend Mother. Ah, no. Ah, that's why it increased so much. The persuasion is because I got a Fremen, so now the Fremen bond is active. Makes total sense. Maybe we could still play a Test of Humanity. I actually wanted to play the Siege Reverend Mother to trash In the Shadows and go to a Bene Gesserit place at the same time and get the Alliance directly. But that won't work, because we want the Spice Must Flow for sure. Now what do we want to do first? For sure... Oh, I think it's time for Hayliner actually. I just saw Helena now has 7 spice. Yeah, of course, she came here. Good to notice. On time. I mean, given they both have 3 and 3 cards and heavy garrison, I'm afraid of a rapid mobilization. So I think I'll just go almost all in. Let's put it that way, keeping 2 for next round potentially, or just to be mobilized now if we see that they do some scary plays. Let's do a roundup of the decks. So Holtzman engine was picked up by Baron, but he doesn't have any yet. So that, I mean, talked too soon. He just early revealed for 1 right now. Okay. So we unfortunately only have 10. So we can't play Test of Humanity, which could have been fun. Siege Reverend Mother for sure not. We could play Diplomacy to Secrets, for instance, or we could play, I think I kinda like that, Dagger to Tech Negotiation, buying the Memo Corridor, because we would be just one away from having that point unlocked, and I think it's quite reasonable to expect us to be able to do that. Let's see our next hand. Next hand with the signaturing we would be able to do it. Actually, not necessarily, depending on who climbs where, but we might be. So yeah, let's do, actually not with the dagger, but with the liaison, so that we keep the dagger for an extra strength here, and we have enough still for Spice Must Flow. Let's take it with the Emperor, because we have so many Bene Gesserit accesses that we should hopefully be fine with that. Next round we could definitely go again for a research station, given all that water. Or interstellar shipping, just to get that one last time. I don't like that. How did he put in that much at once? Stilgar. I don't like that. Should have maybe that troop will cost us. I hope not, but we are within reach. Especially considering he's got 3 intrigue cards there. Then again, he's not the worst to win those points, but I'd prefer not. Obviously, we're competing with Baron, and he's got the Holtzman engine, already 1 victory point from already 1 Spice Must Flow from there. He's close to a point here. Let's hope Armand does not have any combat card there to mess with us. No, he does. But that doesn't even put him in front, so he might have to play 2. Yeah, he does have a second one. So annoying. Yeah, and that's just the troop we were missing. We would at least made him think twice if it was worth it to just equalize. So yeah, that's probably a misplay. Probably would have left us those points. Not sure, it would have brought us to 9 though, so he might not have wanted to do that. Alright, that's something we can work with potentially. But that's not a great combat. Oh, that would be a good play. Let's see. I hope he's not going to shipping. And I would expect him not necessarily going, because he's got nothing to trigger right now. And if he doesn't, we have a bit of a nice play. We have the nice play and we have the greedy play. Oh, but he's taking the alliance there. Well, the greedy play is also a bit compromised then. But let's still try it. I mean, it still brings us within reach. So basically my greedy play idea was signaturing to interstellar shipping, paying the spice to come up here with the signet ability, using the bump to come up here to get the alliance, and then later use the administrator to trash in the shadows to get a bump with this Bene Gesserit sisters, which could make sense. But maybe we should do it the other way around, actually. First the administrator and then signaturing, hopefully, to research station. Let's do it that way. No. I think we need to start with research station, because Baron, obviously, Holtzman engine, his objective is spice must flow, so we might want to first make sure he cannot go to research station, in case. And that, at least, already unlocks our memo quarter point, which is good. Oh, and we have the Siege Reverend Mother. We cannot afford playing her, though. Helena goes to shipping. I thought it would maybe still stay free, given no one is remotely close from triggering it for anything. Actually, Siege Reverend Mother to selective reading. But wait, no. Now it's in our deck, we cannot trash it in the shadows. So we cannot get that double bump I was still counting on. Didn't think of that, obviously. That will be... What kind of play does he do? Is he coming for... Yes, it is. I don't like that. Oh wait, no, my bad. He's also going down here, so it's just about the point. Okay, that's good. Or let's say it's not the worst. So... Maybe we still want to do Siege Reverend Mother to selective breeding. Get one up here. There's nothing to trash, but no big deal in the end. Wait. We need to trash from selective breeding as well. Maybe the signaturing at this stage. Maybe we just want to go to Cartag for now. But wait, we need some spice. If we go to selective breeding, we will need some spice. Otherwise, private army is just useless. Do we want to go for Imperial Basin? Why not? We have nothing to trash for now, so we can just send Dune the Desert Planet there. Oh, and actually, Siege Reverend Mother, you trash first for the selective breeding. During the Desert Planet, let's say. You draw 2 cards. If in those 2 cards there is in the shadows, I could use Siege Reverend Mother trashing to trash in the shadows and immediately take the alliance without having to wait until the reveal. Because by then maybe someone else would do something about it. So that could potentially work. And it would also give us an intrigue card from this level reached. Would give us a victory point, obviously, so 8. Should be enough for still a spice must flow. Playing Siege Reverend Mother, we lose 3, so we get to 8. Then we draw 2 cards. Oh, that's actually risky, because we have 3 cards without any persuasion. So I'm not sure we can afford... Oh, okay, anyways. Baron seems to have taken that option away, so saves us a head scratcher. So what will we do then? Nothing here of interest. Maybe we just do Reconnaissance to card tag, getting an intrigue card, putting one more troop in there. Because, I mean, that first place would also mean snatching that alliance away. Next round we can do shipping to take that alliance. What's his second tech again? Chomerky, yeah. Armand made a nice comeback. He was at 3 points end of round 6, I would say. Let's go have a look what we get here. Chom shares. That is a cool one. We can easily trigger it next round as part of our interstellar shipping play that we anyways want to do to get that alliance. Armand winning that conflict would probably mean either a point here if he's greedy, or more likely securing that alliance. That would hurt a bit our plan of potentially snatching it. So, I mean, let's still try with private army. With private army, or do we... Because right now, actually, thanks to the Reverend Mother, we would have enough spies. Oh, actually, we will have enough here as well if we end up failing our first spot. So yeah, let's go for it. Because if we play private army and we still end up losing that conflict, we would get 3 spies back. So that would mean we would have enough for a Hayliner next round. So let's just do it. Smuggling. Yeah, that's probably just for a scheme. Alright, yeah, that puts him at 14. And our private army puts us at 14 as well, technically. So I guess we'll let him have it. It's fine. Better to know it now rather than having to waste a powerful private army on that. Yeah, spice must flow for sure. What am I even thinking about? It is an interesting game, a very close one for that. Let's see. So that's his second spice must flow. Means now the Holtzman engine is active and he gets 1 point on top for that. But at least, given we also have 2 spice must flow, if he has a corner of the market in there, it's only worth 1 point on top. So he could be at 11 from that. Ah, he burned one for the first place. But yeah, that's good to know. We would anyways not have beaten him, given he had an ambush. And now we have 6 spies, even 9 actually, to spend probably on a Hayliner. Let's hope the conflict is a double VP one, not the one we need to pay. Yeah, he secures the alliance. So it's technically worth 0 VP for him. Let's say it's worth not -1 VP, because he could have lost it, obviously. Oh, we don't have any interstellar shipping access. That is terribly annoying. Oh, well, we can actually at least do in the shadows to get Emperor access. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we just lose these 2 troops, but then we could probably do smuggling to get those 5 Solari. Oh, but there's Helena. Ah, that's annoying. Helena has enough for a Hayliner, but Baron has enough for a research station. I guess we need to counter Baron first, for sure. We discard the Spice Must Flow. Dagger can be useful technically, so. Oh, but that is a nice play because it gives us troops. Hopefully we can still put it in. Quickly, quickly. Come on. Oh, it's so slow. Okay, thankfully it puts everything in. So frustrating when that happens. I don't like she took the shipping, because now if Baron takes the smuggling, we kinda need to find another place for our Solari, which would probably have to go through Conspire. Okay, no, he's got Infiltrate, which is fine. We don't have enough for a Spice Must Flow, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, here in the end being second in the conflict would be enough, because we won't be, I mean, depends on who buys, who wins the conflict, but yeah, no, overall no one really has lots of resources except Helena, but Helena cannot do much based on how many points she has right now, and she's the AI, so I'm not really scared. But being second gives us 1 victory point. Being first, we probably won't have enough for any other victory point given the Chome shares. And land Hayliner, we might not do it, but let's see. So what we want to do here is probably signaturing to smuggling, recall, get the 5 Solari, enough for Chome shares. We can also use our signet ability for an additional intrigue card here. Although that kinda blows our plans open if the card we obtain is not playable right now. But that's okay. I mean, shows everyone we reach 10, basically, that's what I mean. But I think we still wanna, sorry. We still wanna have a look. Ah, that could have been a way actually of getting a bit of Solari as well. But I prefer an intrigue card. Oh, we run conspiracy right now. What do we have? What can we do about that? We have 2 factions with 4+. We have 1+. Spice must flow. We have one dreadnought. We have... Oh, if we go to dreadnought, that's actually a victory point for us then. Because then we would have 2 dreadnoughts. 1 plus Spice must flow, 4 plus influence on 2 tracks, even 3. It could be a play. Especially given what we have here, quite confident we should get second place. At least in the conflict. So we might not really need to go to Hayliner, because we don't really need to win it in the end. And actually, if we win it without going to Hayliner, we can buy one with the 4 spice. So kinda like the idea of going to Dreadnought. Could even buy flagship actually. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Then yeah, then we don't need that potential victory. We just need second, ideally, to optimize a bit. That just that means we cannot play private army. But I mean, 1 VP from flagship is, I think, worth it. And going to Dreadnought just gives us that VP from the Grand Conspiracy, so that's a 2 VP play. Ah, we should have gone with Test of Humanity. What a misplay. We anyways don't have... By default, I keep Persuasion. I didn't think, it was just brainless. Because keeping that dagger would have brought us 1 more strength, and Test of Humanity would have forced everyone into a choice they might not have been willing to take. Yeah, that was stupid from me. Let's hope it's not gonna have any consequence. Okay, Helena at least doesn't have any more agents, has only 1 intrigue card, so hopefully we can overcome her. But yeah, I think, I mean, we have anyways also the memo corridor here, giving us an additional VP, so we are 12, Grand Conspiracy 13. Getting that point would probably just fully lock it in 100%. Without that, we probably still win, but we never know. I mean, there are quite some intrigue cards. Plans within plans, what would that do to someone? Nothing for Baron. Nothing for Armand. In terms of Spice must flow, nothing here. Baron, if he buys 1 more, corner the market plus Holtzman engine would bring him to 13. So like me. But thing is, I don't have any spice. Him neither. But basically, if I don't get any other victory point, it means I get spice. So I would then win on a tiebreaker. But Armand has, right? Yeah, he's got Chomerky. So if Armand has... Well, there is no intrigue card actually, no endgame that could help him. Yeah, no, so I don't think we're really scared of him. Absolutely nothing we will buy. We won't make it easier for our opponents, because typically there is still a Chom directorship, right? And that could mean something. Yeah, no, not much actually. Okay, Helena goes to 9. At least we can still overtake her with Master Tactician, and just hope that this is not a combat card. Oh, that's a point for him here. Oh, that's actually... interesting, and puts in 2 more trips in there, so that's 11. Yeah, we can't overtake him anymore. Oh, and he probably puts us down. No. Alright, so that means we can't do anything about it. Yeah, anyways, he would have won the conflict, but he can't buy any points, so first or second is same for him. We get to 8, but it's worthless. Oh, she anyways had those two daggers, so we would have been overtaken by that. Let me just send that message I forget half of the time to send. Little GG and a bit of an ad for my channel. At the same time, you guys, if you watch and are not subscribed yet, it would mean the world for me if you could subscribe. So please do so. Would really be amazing for me. And yeah, let's see how that end game turns out now. It is quite interesting, but I think those 2 spies could. Oh wait, where did he get 2 spies from? No, because now it's the Solari end play. Okay, no, perfect. He doesn't have the corner of the market, so it's fine. Awesome. That's a good win with our boy Duke LETO at Ritas. Let's see where it puts us now. 105, I would assume, something like that. 107 maybe. 102. We're quite close now. Awesome. Yeah. So thank you very much everyone for following the journey. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're still here. It means really so much to me. And don't forget I'm live every Sunday, so feel free to join and interact with me then. And yeah, have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.